This is the Zinus Linda mid-century wood platform bed frame. I've been sleeping on it for 3 months, and here's my honest take, from setup to nightly use and the little quirks that showed up over time. Key features that sold me were the mid-century look, the promise of easy assembly, and not having to buy a box spring. The spindled headboard and tapered legs have that clean, warm vibe I like, and the overall silhouette is simple in a good way. In my opinion, this frame nails the style for the price. The finish on mine leans more dark pecan than deep walnut. It's a stained wood finish that looks rich under soft light and a bit lighter in daylight. If you're trying to color match other furniture, expect some variation. Mine was consistent across panels, with one small rough patch on a side rail that I smoothed with a light pass of fine sandpaper, and it was fine. From my experience, assembly is where this bed shines. Everything came in one box, and while it's a heavy box, the parts were packed smart and labeled. The instructions made sense, and the included ratcheting Allen tool mattered more than I expected. It cut the build time in half, and I had the frame standing in under an hour with a second set of hands. I liked that the hardware threads felt clean and the pre-drilled holes were aligned. The center support is steel, the rest is solid wood, and the slats sit into the frame neatly. There's no box spring needed, and my hybrid mattress felt fully supported. The advertised weight capacity for this size is up to 700 pounds, and the base feels confident under normal use. The dimensions matter here. On paper, the outer footprint is about 82.3 inches long, 79 inches wide, and 41.34 inches high to the top of the headboard. The platform height is 12 inches, which means I can slide 10 to 11-inch storage bins underneath, and my robot vacuum fits too. The surprise came from the inner platform. The king platform measures about 79.5 by 75.5 inches, while a standard king mattress is 80 by 76. That half-inch difference in both directions makes the mattress hang over the edges slightly. It's subtle, but it's there, and the line of the bed isn't perfectly flush. Zinus seems to do this by design, probably so you don't bump a shin on a protruding frame, but I would have preferred a true-to-size fit. If you like a crisp edge-to-edge look, this is something to know. I covered the visual gap with a thicker comforter and stopped thinking about it, but I still notice it when I change sheets. Out of the gate, the frame felt solid. No wobble, no flex. Night 1 through week 3 was quiet. Then I started hearing a mild creak when I got into bed on the side near the foot. By week 6, I had a couple of light noises when I shifted positions. Nothing alarming, but noticeable. If you're new to platform frames that use a mix of wood and a bolted steel center bar, this is common. Wood compresses a touch with use and humidity changes. Bolts relax a hair, and you get friction at the joints. I grabbed the included tool and retightened every connection at the 2-month mark. I also added a strip of felt tape where the side rails meet the metal brackets, and a dab of candle wax where a slat rubbed the center bar. That knocked the sounds down a lot. It isn't museum quiet every single night, but most nights it's silent. If total silence is your priority, be ready for some quick maintenance now and then. It's a 5-minute job every couple of months. The one design detail that bugs me is the exposed screw heads along the top of the headboard. They're right where your eye lands. The bed is otherwise clean and streamlined, so those shiny screw heads look a little unfinished. I wish Zinus included simple caps or color-matched plugs. I ended up using low-profile wood-tone stickers from a hardware store, and that improved the look from a few feet away. Not a deal-breaker, just a miss in an otherwise nice-looking piece. Day-to-day comfort and support have been strong. The slats are spaced close enough for my hybrid mattress, and edge support feels normal for a platform frame. No box spring means a lower stack height, which I prefer. The corners are slightly rounded, which is friendlier on shins. The legs feel stable on both a rug and hard floors. I put small felt pads under them to protect the floor and keep the frame from scooting. The finish has held up to regular cleaning with a dry cloth, and I haven't seen any flaking or odd discoloration. There was no strong odor out of the box beyond a light wood and finish smell that cleared in a day. Quality control on my unit was mostly solid. All parts were in the box, threads were clean, and the stain was even. I've seen other owners mention color variation and a few unfinished spots on the wood. I had that one rough area, but no splinters or missing hardware. If your finish tone is mission critical, just know there can be batch differences. The upside is Zinus backs it with a 5-year warranty, and you've got the standard retailer return window if something arrives off. It's perfect for someone who wants a mid-century look without paying premium brand prices, and who doesn't mind basic upkeep like retightening bolts. It's also a great fit for a guest room or a rental where style matters and usage is lighter. The storage clearance is legit helpful in smaller spaces, and the straightforward disassembly makes moving less painful. At about 81 pounds, it's manageable with 2 people. I labeled my hardware during assembly so I can break it down and rebuild quickly next time I move. The trade-offs are real but manageable. The mattress overhang is a visual nitpick for design purists. The exposed screw heads on the headboard cheapen an otherwise beautiful profile, unless you add caps or stickers. The quiet start may give way to occasional creaks over time, which can be fixed or reduced with periodic tightening and a bit of felt or wax at friction points. None of these are hard to address, but they're worth knowing before you buy, especially if you expect absolute silence with zero maintenance. I'd recommend this for anyone who values style, easy setup, and solid support, and who can live with small quirks at this price point. The frame's hybrid construction of solid wood with a steel center support feels sturdy and dependable, and the no-box spring design works as promised. The headboard height and spacing make it easy to sit up and read without pillows sliding through the slats. The overall look brings a warm, mid-century anchor to the room that plays well with both modern and vintage pieces. In my opinion, the Zinus Linda balances looks and practicality well for what it costs. I wouldn't call it luxury furniture, but it presents like something more expensive from a few feet away. If Zinus added headboard screw caps and matched the inner dimensions to the mattress standard, this would punch even higher. As it stands, it's a good value with a few footnotes. From my experience, the best quick tips are to assemble it on a soft surface so you don't scuff the finish, snug every bolt at the end of assembly, recheck everything after a few weeks, add felt pads under the legs, and consider a strip of felt tape where wood meets metal. If squeaks pop up later, a small turn on the ratchet and a touch of wax where parts rub typically fix it. It's perfect for renters, first homes, and guest rooms, and it suits anyone who appreciates mid-century lines without committing to a premium price bracket. If you're a super light sleeper who needs absolute quiet, or you're a design purist who can't unsee visible hardware or a slight mattress overhang, this might test your patience. If you're flexible and handy enough to do tiny tweaks, you'll likely be happy with it. In conclusion, the Zinus Linda mid-century wood platform bed frame delivers on style, assembles with less fuss than most furniture I've built, and holds up well with basic care. It's a stylish, sturdy platform that doesn't need a box spring and makes smart use of space under the bed. The few shortcomings are clear, but they're not deal breakers for me given the overall value. If this video helped, please subscribe and drop your questions or your own experience in the comments. Thank you for watching.